Hello students, welcome to today's session. We are going to dive deep into one of the most commonly tested and often confused topics in English grammar, prepositions, especially those that show time, place, and direction. These small words carry a big responsibility. They help us understand when, where, and in which direction something happens. Let's begin step by step. Let's start with prepositions of time. These answer the question, when did it happen? Now remember, the three most important ones here are in, on, and at. We use in when we are talking about broad time periods like years, months, seasons, or parts of the day. So you'd say, I was born in 2005, or she travels in December, or we go jogging in the morning. Now let's move to on. We use on for specific days and dates. Like, the exam is on Monday, or Independence Day is on 15th August. And finally, at is used for exact times or fixed points in the day, like at 6:30, at noon, at midnight, or even phrases like at night or at the weekend. Yes, that's British usage. Let's walk through some examples together. If I say, she studies dash night, what fits best?
Ma'am, is it at night?
Very good. Yes, at night. Because night is considered a fixed point in the day, not a range. Another one, we have meetings dash July. Here, we are talking about a month. So,
Ma'am, it should be in July.
correct. Well done. And what about the results will come dash Friday?
Ma'am, that's a day, so it's on Friday.
Absolutely right. So here's an easy rule. In is general, on is a little more specific, and at is the most specific, like a clock time. Now, many students confuse these and say things like in Monday instead of on Monday or at December instead of in December. One more interesting thing, in British English, we say at the weekend, but in American English, it becomes on the weekend. So remember, time prepositions follow a pattern from general to specific. Now, let's move to prepositions of place. These answer where. Again, we have our trio in, on, and at. But this time, we'll also look at more, like under, above, beside, between, and among. Let's look at in first. We use it for something enclosed or inside a space. For example, in a room, in a car, in the garden. On is used when something is placed on a surface, like on the table, on the floor, or even on a street. Then comes at. This is used for specific points or exact locations. Like at the door, at the station, or at 10 Oxford Street. Now we go beyond the basics. Under or below means something is lower than something else. The bag is under the table. Over or above means higher than. The fan is above my head. And then we have between, used when something is in the middle of two objects. Whereas among is used when it's surrounded by a group, like among friends. Let's apply this. Meet me dash the entrance of the mall. What's your answer?
Ma'am, that's a specific point, so at.
Excellent. How about she lives dash Delhi?
That's a city, so in Delhi.
Perfect. Now this one, the photo is hanging dash the wall.
Ma'am, it should be on the wall.
Exactly. You all are getting this right. Now comes the exciting part, prepositions of direction, also called movement prepositions. These answer the question, where to or which way. Here are some key ones too. movement toward a destination. Into, moving inside something. Across, going from one side to another. Through, passing across or inside something. Up or down, vertical motion. Past, moving by something. Along, moving beside. Off, moving away from a surface. For example, she went to the market. She reached it. She walked into the room. She entered. The train passed through the tunnel. Started from one end, came out the other. He ran across the field. From one side to the other.
Ma'am, may I ask a question?
Of course, go ahead.
What is the difference between to and toward?
To means the person reaches the place. He walked to the park. But toward means just in the direction. He walked toward the park, maybe he never reached. Let's look at some common errors. She stepped in the car. That's wrong. The correct one is, she stepped into the car. Why? Because she moved inside. Let's quickly revise. Use in for larger periods or enclosed areas. Use on for specific days, surfaces, and streets. Use at for exact time or precise locations. Use into for movement inside. Use through, across, up, down for movement direction. Beware of words like beside versus besides and above versus over. That's it for today. Practice these with examples daily and you'll never get confused in exams again. Jai Hind!